What is up, my beauties? This is your girl Aminah, back with Simple Beauty today, and I am going right into hair porosity. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to say welcome to all my new beauties. Make sure you click in, sis, so that way you are a part of this wash and go series, because I want all of our hair to be popping this summer. I want to give you the tips, the nuggets, the gems to having a perfect wash and go. Okay, so let's jump right into this. You already know that I've been talking about texture and density as well. I did a at-home test, so that way you can identify with one of those categories. But yeah, let's jump right into density. I mean porosity. Okay, so we did enough talking with density. Okay, my mind is still stuck on density, but let's roll right into porosity. Okay, so if you do not know anything about porosity, porosity is the process in which your hair absorbs and retains moisture. Okay, layman's terms, it is how moisture penetrates your hair. Okay, so I want to start off with just talking about the cuticle. So your cuticle is your outermost layer. So this is how this determines your hair porosity. Okay, so the cuticle is your outermost layer of your hair. I will put an image up there so that way you can see, have a visual image. But it's the outermost layer of your hair that protects the innermost layers of your hair. Okay, so it is a barrier to your hair. Okay, so and if you ever seen the hair cuticle, to me it looks like fish scales in my opinion, and it goes down your hair strand. Okay, so what happens is these cuticles are either very tight together like this. They can be more of a normal like this, or they can be completely open. Okay, and so that goes into low porosity, which is tight. Normal porosity, which is lifted up just slightly, a little bit more than it would for low porosity hair. And then high porosity hair, their cuticles usually lift up very high. Okay, so that is what the cuticle layer of your hair looks like, and that is what determines your cuticles, is what determines if your hair is low, medium or high porosity. Okay, so let's get right into this, y'all. All right, so for low porosity hair, low porosity hair usually have cuticles that lay very tight, like I just said, right? So for low porosity hair, that means that type of hair, my hair is low porosity. It is hard for our cuticles to actually live. So what happens is when we apply heat or any type of moisture to our hair, our cuticles will lift for us slightly, allowing moisture to really get into that hair strand. Okay, so but once that moisture is in our hair strand, it is hard for it to leave, because once that heat is gone and once we seal off our hair with a sealant, some type of sealant like an oil, it closes those cuticles right back up. Okay, so it's not for long that those cuticles are open. Once the hair has been introduced, especially introduced to cold water, colder temperatures, it will close itself back up, which means that low porosity hair will retain moisture longer than most hair. Okay, not necessarily medium hair, because medium hair is a little bit different. I'll talk about that, but it will retain moisture longer. Okay, so if you find that you have low porosity hair and you don't have to moisturize it or hydrate it, but even though you don't have to moisturize it or hydrate it, I will encourage you to always hydrate and moisturize your hair. Okay, especially hydrate. Make sure you hydrate every day. Okay, at least, please. But you will find that you don't lose moisture as much, is what I'm saying. Okay, so that is low porosity hair. Medium porosity hair. Now you really don't hear too much about medium. You always hear people say low porosity, high porosity, low porosity, high porosity, low porosity, high porosity, right? So you really don't hear too much about medium porosity hair, but it is out there. Okay, so I think it's also known as normal too. So with medium porosity hair, what happens is that cuticle is actually lifted slightly. Okay, medium porosity hair allows moisture to come in easily, and it locks in moisture easily. Okay, so medium porosity hair, in my opinion, is more of a porosity of hair that is balanced. I would say it's like that even medium, that even balance. Okay, it is right there in the middle. It is that type of hair that lets in moisture. You ain't gotta worry about it escaping and everything else. It holds onto its moisture very well, and it's not hard to get moisture into the strand. Okay, so that is medium porosity hair. Now you have high porosity hair. High porosity hair, their cuticles are up a lot more than low and medium porosity hair. So with that being said, moisture can come in, right? But because those cuticles are up so high, it is easy for individuals with high porosity hair to lose moisture as well. So moisture can come in good and it can lose. It can go out, right? That moisture can go out of their hair very fast and very quickly, okay? So that is what high porosity hair is, okay? So once again, the cuticles are important because the cuticles not only is a barrier to our hair, but the cuticles also create a nice shine to our hair as well. So that's why we have to make sure we're moisturizing our hair at least at the cortex level, okay? That moisture has to go in and penetrate that hair layer, so that way we can maintain our moisture, our hydration, and then for example, for the cuticle, it creates that shine for us as well. So all this kind of works, it works all together in one, okay? So low porosity hair, low cuticles, hard to maintain moisture, hard for moisture to get in, but we're pretty good once we get that moisture in. Medium porosity hair has that good balance. Moisture comes in and moisture goes out, but it maintains its moisture levels. High porosity hair, moisture goes in easily, moisture leaves easily. Okay, so I just wanted to run that down to you all, but that's exactly what it is. So how does this work with our wash and goes? So if you have not heard, or if you are new to just your natural hair and everything else, please look more into the LCO method as well as the LOC method, which you hear people say the Loc method, okay? These two methods help really well when you're doing any type of wash and go or applying products to your hair, okay? Because this is all determined on your hair porosity. Now, it can vary from person to person. A high porosity person can use a Loc method, which most high porosity people I realize that they use a Loc method. However, they can use the LCO method as well. So it really depends on you and your preference in your hair, because once again, I'll tell you, genetics play a part in everything, and your hair can be temperamental. Everyone's hair is not the same because it's low porosity. Density might be high. Hair might be fine. Like, it does not matter if you have the same combination of hair. Everyone has different hair, okay? You can get close to some products that people may use, but it does not guarantee that that product will work on your hair, okay? Like the next person's. Okay, so what does the LCO and Loc method mean, right? So it is your leave-in, it is your cream, and it is your oil, okay? And then for the Loc method, it is your leave-in, it is your oil, it is your cream. So it all depends on, it's all the same products, right? However, it changes within how you apply that product to your hair. So for me, I use the LCO method. I like to put my leave-in first. Of course, everybody should be putting their leave-in in their hair in the shower, right out of the shower. So, once you have your leave-in in your hair, then what you want to do is put a cream. I like to put creams on my hair, okay? So I like to go in with that double moisture and put that in my hair because I already know that my cuticles are open for me. And with that being said, I want to make sure I keep as much moisture as possible in my strands because my cuticles are just so hard to open for me at the end of the day, okay? So what I do after that is I go in with my sealing oil and seal that cream in, okay? So then I will go in with stylers such as gels, okay? Gels are not hydrating to our hair nor moisturizing to our hair. So all I want is for the gel to really sit on my hair cuticle and define that piece of hair, okay? So that is exactly what gel does, okay? So we want to shut those cuticles up with moisture. For the Loc method, okay, what they like to do is put their leave-in in their hair, then they like to seal that off, okay? And then like to put cream on the outsides of their hair strands, okay? So I can't speak too highly on why people with, high porosity hair do this. I can only assume, but I really don't want to speak on it because I am not a high porosity person myself at the end of the day. I can't tell you what works for me, what doesn't work for me. Like I said, not all high porosity people are the same, can deal with the same products or use the same method, okay? So try to figure out what really works for you. As well as for medium porosity, I'm not really sure what medium porosity individuals use, but figure out what really works for you, okay? So play around with your products and everything else and figure out what really works for you and which one you really like. I have seen low porosity people do the Loc method on their head, okay? So I've actually done a Loc method on my head. And I feel like the LCO is better, but the Loc method also works for my hair as well, okay? So it's just all up to you at the end of the day, okay? So that is y'all, porosity. That is porosity at its finest, at its best. Okay, so that is what it is, that is what it does. Make sure you get in tune with that, and also work in your hair density and your hair texture. Okay, so it is layers to this thing, but once you learn the layers to this thing, you will get it. You will come out with better wash and goes, twist outs, braid outs, perm rod sets, the whole nine. I am telling you. Okay, so yeah, y'all, we're gonna get into it. So now that we're done with porosity, we are going to roll right into a hair regimen. So make sure you stay tuned for that video. Make sure you catch up and click in, subscribe, like, share, okay, comment, let me know how y'all feel about the content I am rolling out. And what do you do? What do you do? Do you do Loc Method, or do you do the LCO method? But until next time, beauties, thank you for sitting here with me, watching my content, watching me go through this process, y'all. I'm gonna get y'all right, okay? Don't worry, I'm gonna get y'all right for the summertime. But I love you all. Until next time, I'll catch you all later, my beauties. Bye bye.